Shano. Today I thought to celebrate Plant City and the Strawberry Festival and spring on its way, I think I want to draw some strawberries and some ladybug beetles because both of those are a sign of spring and a sign of Plant City. So today, before we start, I want to remind you about the elements of art and principles of design. We're going to be using some of both to create our drawing. Now, every good drawing starts with line, a variety of line. That means a lot of different kinds of line. And shapes. So we're going to think about what shapes we need to start with, what lines we'll need to accomplish those shapes, and what different kinds of lines we'll need to accomplish our beginning drawing. We're also going to be thinking of balance because strawberries and ladybugs both have a symmetrical balance going on to them, meaning if you put a line, an imaginary line down the middle, it would be like a mirror image on both sides. They're totally symmetrically balanced, equal on both sides. We're also going to bring emphasis to our strawberries and ladybug beetles by using color. Now, emphasis is when you bring the viewer's attention to one specific thing or part of your artwork. Now, we want the viewer to look at the strawberries, we want them to look at the ladybugs. How can we accomplish that? We're going to use color in this case. We're going to use red for our ladybugs and strawberries, and then the opposite of red, the complementary color to red, is green. Red and green, when placed next to each other, are really bright and vivid. They really bounce off one another. They really pop. So, without further ado, let's hop in with line, shape, and balance to start our drawing. Now here on Clicky, I have my paper in a horizontal or landscape layout. You can be working, of course, on paper, or you can be on Clicky like I am. It's really your preference. Again, it's just easier for me to make a drawing video on my computer when I'm using my tablet here. So, starting with line, I'm going to, I believe, start with where I want my strawberries to be. And I like the number 3. I think I'm going to put 3 strawberries kind of staggered in different heights on my page. And when I put those strawberries at different heights, it just makes my drawing more interesting because it's not so perfect. Nothing in nature is perfect, and that's the beauty of nature. And us, we are part of nature too. None of us are perfect. We are perfectly unique. All right, so as you see, I started with kind of a long oval that's got a point at the end. Again, I'm thinking of symmetrical balance. If I put a line down the middle here, this strawberry is pretty much the same on this side and this side. I'm drawing some nice big juicy strawberries sitting in a garden here. So now I'm going to draw another strawberry. It doesn't have to be exactly the same size. It does not have to be exactly the same shape. I'm just having fun. I'm putting another shape. And it is kind of the same size, but it's not exactly the same size or shape. We're not aiming for perfection. We're aiming for fun, organic shapes. Organic shapes are shapes you might find in nature. This isn't a perfect circle. This is not a perfect oval. This is a perfect strawberry. Now I'm going to do little strawberry number 3, and I'm not making them too big because I do want some room for some ladybug friends to be crawling on them. And as you can see, I did put a couple little lumpy bumpies on the top of the strawberry. If you bite into a real-life strawberry, you will see the top has little bumps all around it, and they are irregular. That part of the strawberry won't be perfectly symmetrical. Now, every strawberry I've ever eaten has these fun kind of pointy leaves on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and have fun with that kind of line. Again, variety of lines. We've got some pointy in and out kinds of lines now. So there's one top to one strawberry. Maybe this one's kind of bent up. Maybe this one's a wibbly wobbly one. And there we go. Leaves on the next strawberry. And my leaves on strawberry number 3. I'm not even thinking about them too much. I'm just remembering that those leaves will have a point and then they'll be wider at the bottom. It's kind of like making an irregular zigzag line. Have fun with it. Now, I'm not going to worry about the seeds on the strawberry yet. I want to think about where I want some of those strawberry leaves and where I want to place my ladybug beetles. Before I place the leaves, I'm going to jump to the foreground of my picture for a second. Usually we work background, what's in the back of your picture, to the front, the foreground, but today we're working the opposite way uh, because we're trying to figure out where we want to place these major objects on our page. So I know ladybug beetles, when you look at them from the top, kind of have an oval looking wing cases. So I'm going to place a big old oval sitting on that strawberry. Now, because this ladybug is on top of the strawberry, I am going to have some erasing to do in a bit. I mix the word minute and bit, a bit it in a minute. But I'm going to leave it for now. We're going to draw a different line for his wing case. Then the front part of the ladybug beetle, we're going to put a little black. You can color that in with a pencil or a marker right away if you'd like. Front of his body. So that's his abdomen, I think. Or I'm trying to think. We got head, thorax, abdomen, or head, abdomen, thorax. I don't know. You kids might know better than I do. I would look it up on my computer, but I don't want to waste too much time. So we've got two little parts here. Whoop, whoop. I'll make his head a little wider. Or her head. I mean, they call it ladybugs. I know there are boy ladybugs, though. And then little antennae. Boop, boop. Now I'm going to go on with my...
Miss Back, come to the front office.
Excuse that interruption. I'm here at school early in the morning. All right, so I'm going to erase where these overlap now. Goodbye. And you know what? I actually think I want my ladybug beetle to be a little bit fatter looking. Not that it's a fat bug. It's more, well, insect, I should say. A ladybug is not a bug, actually. It is an insect, but that's neither here nor there. They're not really fat, but they can appear rounder than I drew them. This guy. That's good enough. Now, again, we're thinking of symmetry. He's got, excuse me, an imaginary line coming down his body, but because he's curved, that imaginary line's going to curve with him, following that curve. There he is. And I'm going to put some little spots on his wing cases. These, believe it or not, are not his wings, but wing cases. When a ladybug wants to fly, the insect will open up these wing cases, and then the clear little wings, the transparent little wings, will come out and help the insect to fly. These beautiful, colorful parts are just cases that protect the wings. Now, all insects have 6 legs, 3 on this side, 3 will be on that side. I'm not going to see the legs over there because his wing case here is kind of hiding that side. So I'm going to go up 1 and down, oopsies, 2, the little foot, nice skinny little legs, and then up, down, foot, 2, and up, down, foot for 3. There's 1 ladybug beetle on a strawberry. And now I think I want to put 1 more beetle in my picture. Do I want to put him up here? Do I want to put him down here? I think I want to put him on this strawberry. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. It's so hard to pick. I think I'm going to put him on this strawberry. More in the middle, and we're going to be looking pretty much straight down at the body of this ladybug. And I'm going to make it a smaller one. Maybe it's a younger beetle. So I'm going to put a perfect oval, as perfect as I can make it, anywho. And then the little, I think this is called a thorax, head, thorax, and I think this is the abdomen. But don't quote me on that. My insect body part knowledge is a little rusty. And then we've got the little head. I know that part's the head. And then curved little antenna. Again, because the ladybug is on top of the strawberry, I wouldn't see this part of the strawberry when the ladybug's on top. It's not clear, our little ladybug. So I'm going to erase the line where they overlap. Bye-bye to the strawberry. And now it really looks like this insect is sitting on top of that strawberry. And don't worry about the strawberries. They are perfectly safe. Ladybugs do not eat strawberries. They actually eat pests called aphids, little tiny insects that are not good for plants like roses and strawberries and other lovely plants that we do like. Aphids are no good, and ladybugs love to eat them. So thank you, ladybugs. Again, we have that symmetrical, perfectly balanced line down the middle. And I'm going to put some spots on my friend. 1, 2, 3. You can put as many spots as you want. I'm feeling threes today. I have three strawberries, 3 spots on each side of ladybug wing cases. Now I need 3 legs on each side. 1, boop, bounce up, bounce down, and foot. Bounce up, bounce down, and foot. 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna have this leg going, attaching like he's hugging the little strawberry. Hello, friend. 1 and in, and will this one go up or down? I think this one will go down. And in. There's his little legs. Now you can go in with the texture of the strawberry seeds. So I'm going to grab my little brush. I'm making it a little bigger. Maybe grab a crayon. You can make your strawberry seeds black. You can make them brown. In real life, when you eat a strawberry, sometimes they look kind of whitish if the strawberry's not quite ripe. Sometimes they look brown. Sometimes they look greenish. Pick the color you want for your strawberry seeds and just kind of stagger some dots all around. Don't put them in perfect rows. Again, this is nature. Nothing in nature is totally perfect. We've got close to perfect in nature, but nothing is absolutely perfectly even and symmetrical. Only man really will make those perfectly symmetrical drawings of fruit and vegetables. But in real life, fruits and vegetables, they have their little imperfections, just like us humans do. So I'm going through putting some little seeds all over my strawberries. It is satisfying to make some polka dots on my strawberries. All right, now I need to put some leaves in my strawberry patch here and some little, what are they called? Stems. Coffee needs to kick in. All right, so I'm going to put little curves. Those stems are going to attach to the plant. Those strawberries grow off of a plant, as you know, because I'm sure you've all either gone strawberry picking, grown your own strawberries, or seen someone picking strawberries. So I'm just going to start by putting little stems going toward a plant that I haven't drawn yet. Now, a nice healthy plant is going to have lots of big healthy leaves. So strawberry leaves are actually quite fun to draw. They are shaped like kind of a big pointy oval like the strawberry, but they have these fun little zigzag edges. So I'm going to go zigzag, 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 zigzag. Super fun lines. Here's our variety of lines coming in. So I'm going to go over and zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Zigzag, zigzag away. And we're going to overlap those zigzag shapes here, there, and everywhere behind our strawberries. Just remember that leaves are wide at the top and come to a point at the bottom. So I'm going to have all sorts of leaves going all over the place behind my strawberries. Some will be big, and some will be smaller. Some will be medium size. I'm going to remember to put that vein down the middle of the leaf. It's not a vein like we have veins that blood goes through, but the veins on the leaves of strawberry plants and plants in general carry water and nutrients back and forth through those leaves. So the roots soak up all the water and nutrients, and they go up, 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 up into the leaves, into the fruit. I feel like I need a few more leaves back here. Don't worry about your leaves being perfect either. Again, we're talking about organic shapes. They can be irregular, imperfect. Have fun with your variety of lines. Maybe I'll put another little stem coming off here with a little tiny baby. You can decide. This is the time where you look for those empty spaces in your artwork and decide, do I want to stick another strawberry back there? Maybe this one will be a little guy because he's way back in the distance. He's hiding back there. Maybe I'll have a big old leaf up front kind of obscuring a little bit of our picture. Obscuring is when something's in front and kind of hides it. I'm going to have a big old leaf kind of up here too, going down off my page from maybe behind this strawberry. Have fun with your placement of leaves. There's no right or wrong. You just don't want to cover up the drawing you already have, and you don't want to put those leaves next to all your strawberries. You want some to look like they're going behind. See, this one, it stops, it goes behind this strawberry. This one kind of starts at the edge of the ladybug because it's kind of hidden behind the ladybug and strawberry. In real life, in 3D space, when you have 3D objects, the leaves aren't going to move over just because there's a strawberry there. That strawberry might be right in front of leaves. So we're thinking of space and how objects would overlap in real life. You are being almost like a scientist when you make this drawing. You're being way more than an artist. Right now I'm just putting some fun lines on the little leaves on my strawberries just for some more texture, just for some more reality, because those leaves would have little lines on them too. Maybe I'll put one more little, oopsies, little leaf kind of hiding from behind that strawberry and going off the page here. Now I'm going to look at my drawing and think, am I done? Do I like it? Do I need more? Are we good? I think I'm happy with this. I've got a lot of variety of line. I've got a lot of variety of shape. I've got my symmetrical balance with my strawberries and my ladybugs. And I think I'm ready for color. I like the textures I've got going on here. We're ready for color. And again, we're bringing emphasis to our drawing by using color. I'm going to make some nice, juicy red strawberries. And again, on Clicky, I can kind of cheat and color quickly. I can color really quick by using my paint bucket tool. I'm not going to make it the reddest strawberry. I'm going to make it more of a soft red. And I'll pick the deeper, brighter red for my ladybugs. I don't want the exact same red for the strawberries and the ladybugs, because then I won't really be able, the ladybugs will blend in too much. And I don't want them to totally blend in, you know? I picked 3 slightly different colors of red for my strawberry just because in real life, when you look at strawberries, they're not all exactly the same shade of red. Some are riper, some are not as ripe, and different strawberries are like different people. We're all slightly different shades of human color. They're all slightly different shades of strawberry color. Now I'm picking that super rich, lovely red, and I am coloring in my ladybugs. There's their wing cases, and they are kind of camouflage, but they are a little bit different. We see them sitting there. Now I need green. We said we're going to use the color opposite of red, which is green, to add some emphasis to our strawberries and ladybugs. Because green and red are color opposites, those ladybugs are just going to pop. Again, I'm going to use a few different colors of green to color in my leaves. I don't want all the same, because in real life, when you look at leaves, oopsies, some are lighter, some are darker. It's just how the world works. Let me connect that so that doesn't happen again. All right, let's try this again. There we go. You can be the light green. You can be that light green. And you can be this light green. Now I'm going to pick a slightly deeper green, not too much darker. So if you're using crayons or markers, oopsies, you just go through and think about which parts of your picture you want to have a different variety of color. Where do you need a lighter green? Where do you need a darker green? Use your lovely eyes to pick and decide where, oh my gosh, everything is disconnected here, me and my drawing. Pick and choose where you want those different colors. For some contrast. Contrast is when you have things that are a little bit different and they stand out because of that. Boop, 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 boop. All right, now I'm going to put a darker green on this strawberry leaves on this plant, and maybe even darker on this plant so it's not standing out too much here next to this leaf. Now let's say you only have one green crayon and you say, Mrs. Shano, or one green marker, I don't know how to make this look like much darker. Well, you just press harder if you've got a crayon. If you press harder with a crayon, you will get lighter and darker greens. And with a marker, well, there's a few ways around it, but if you really only have one color, green, I don't want to confuse you too much, with a marker, you just go ahead and color what you've got. It'll still look good, I promise. We still have the lovely contrast of red and green. Whoopsies! Okay, now, as we know, strawberries grow in the dirt, so I'm going to pick a nice medium brown. On Clicky, you find brown by clicking orange and moving down between orange and black, and we've got a brown. And I'm going to put in a colorful brown background. The last thing I'm going to add to that dirt is texture, because we all know dirt has lumps and bumps in it. And again, a variety of browns. There'll be lighter and darker browns. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a darker brown and my brush, And I'm just going to go ahead and put some texture in my dirt. I'm going to use bigger and smaller dots because there's some larger clumps of dirt, some smaller clumps of dirt. Again, you could totally use a marker or crayon to put the texture in your dirt if you're up to this part. And if you went through and did this whole drawing with me and you colored it in, bravo to you. This was a complicated drawing. We talked, I'm mixing my words up again. We talked about a lot of elements of art and principles of design. We have used line, shape, color, texture. We thought about space, big and small. We thought about overlapping shapes. We're talking about a lot more than I even thought. We talked about balance, and we worked with balance. We talked about emphasis using color. We talked about variety. My goodness, we have so much going on in this work of art. You're a regular professional artist over there working on this. You could probably teach art class after making this drawing. Those elements of art and principles of design, when you think about them when you're making your drawing, they really help you to make a successful and interesting work of art that you are proud to hang on your wall. The last thing I'm going to do, because I can do this on my computer, I'm going to go ahead and put a little highlight on some of my strawberries and my little ladybug beetles as if they're shiny. In real life, some of these things would have a highlight on them. The sun would be hitting them. They'd be a little bit brighter in some areas. I think I'm done with my drawing. I hope you all had a fun time drawing some ladybugs and strawberries for spring with me. And I hope I didn't make you too hungry for strawberry shortcake or a strawberry milkshake or just fresh, plain old strawberries. And if I did, I hope you have fun at the festival this coming week. Have a wonderful day. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye.